Yes, I think we are right now live. Let me check, please. Yes, perfect. We are right now live.
You are muted.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, good evening, everyone. It's a great honor to welcome, please, you to all Global Leaders Talk, a platform where leaders from different parts of the world comes together to share insights, experience, and perspectives that they influence the direction of our global community and youth societies. So, what will the classroom of the future look like? Will students learn only from books, or will artificial intelligence become a part of everyday education? The future is already beginning. Yeah. So artificial intelligence is the transformation and transforming every industry, and education is not exception. Today, AI is helping students learning from faster and teacher how to teaching smarter. And beside it, classroom becoming more engaging, informative, and personalized. Dear audience, today we are going to talk about a very simple topic and very important topic, uh, the future of AI in the classroom. I repeat again, the future of AI in the classroom. The future of AI is not just about technology, it's about creating better learning experience, and it can help us personalize education, improvement our creativity, and support teacher and also students, and also prepare our students for the global industry. Yeah. So this inspiration session is proudly presented by Tushar Associate, and this organization committed to development, communication, leadership, and personal development across the world. So, dear audience, my name is Tushar Hasan Hridoy. I am soft skill and sales leadership trainer doing and also from Bangladesh, and I am truly honored to be her host today's global conversation. And I'm also very confident that the insights shared by our guest will inspire all of us. So, without wasting our time, and now today we are welcoming and privileged to welcome our outstanding speaker who are already making an impact in leadership, communication instructor, teacher, and educator, and personal development across the world. So first, we are honored to welcome Rania Lamputu, STM instructor, researcher, and global admission, Ministry of Education, and Religious Affair Sport from the Greece. Please welcome this podcast.
No, thank you so much. The beautiful introduction. I would like to congratulate you for the great work that you are doing in organizing all these international sessions and bringing here eminent speaker personalities and leaders from different countries. And truly, it's very important because I know your passion for communication, and communication is a foundation of every successful individual and organization. Because strong communication builds influence, and when we communicate with clarity, empathy, and purpose, we can create meaningful interactions that relate to stronger professional and personal connections. So, many congratulations on this incredible work that you are doing. And of course, I would like to only thank you for the kind invitation. I'm sure we will have a very constructive and very interesting discussion because the topic is more relevant than ever. Every teacher wants to hear about the questions that we're going to explore today. Students also are at the center, at the heart of the learning process, and they are those who are concerned most about all these changes, so quick, rapid technological advancement. So I'm ready for our discussion.
Uh,
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your valuable time. Such a wonderful, I hope that will be conversation in today's. And before we continue, I request everyone watch this live and drop your country name and where you are comment section. And let us, if you have any question, if you can take some comment section. So without wasting time, let's dive into the discussion. My first question is very simple. Rania, you are working the STM researcher and also instructor, working directly with Greece Ministry of Education, and visited from your site inside the actual system. Yeah, and how close or how far are we from AI truly transforming and the classroom experience for every student on the planet? Yeah. So is this a revolution that's already happening, where we are stealing most only just talking? What is this actually?
Yeah, this is actually a fascinating question because we are living in a historical moment where education is standing at a crossroads. So, from my perspective, as an educator, as STEM researcher, teacher training, and someone working within the educational ecosystem, I would say that we're no longer talking about a future revolution because the revolution has already begun. The real question is whether we are building this revolution thoughtfully, ethically, and inclusively enough for every child to benefit. So, artificial intelligence already is transforming classroom in ways that would have sounded like science fiction only a few years ago. We see already the first AI school, which works on a pilot basis in UK. We have the first AI school in India, also in Kerala, the first AI university. We talk about schools without teachers, teacherless schools. We're waiting to see the results, how this will work. So we see AI-powered personalized learning systems, adapting content to student needs, intelligent tutoring systems, supporting learners, tools already, a wide variety of tools that we can use for every stage of our learning process, every stage of our research also. Tools assisting with students with disabilities, automated feedback mechanism helping teachers, and of course, new opportunities for creativity, collaboration, and global connection. But at the same time, we are in an awkward middle phase. I mean, the technology is arriving faster than the educational system around it. The question if has this transformed classrooms worldwide, I could say not yet and not even close. What is already real? AI can already do things that educators have wanted for decades. And what is this? They can act as a patient one-on-one tutor available anytime. It can adapt explanations to student level. It can translate and localize learning across languages. Uh, it can detect when a learner is stuck or when he struggles. It can support students with special learning needs. It can reduce teacher paperwork and administrative load, and of course, generate practice problems. And this matters because one of the biggest limitations in education has always been scale. I mean that human tutoring works extremely well, but most families and schools cannot provide a dedicated tutor for every student. So research around mastery learning and individualized tutoring has long shown strong gains. AI creates the possibility of giving personalized attention so we can implement easily what we call differentiated instruction in the classroom, personalized attention to millions at once. So in this sense, yes, the revolution has become. You can see early deployments by organizations like OpenAI or Khan Academy, Duolingo, integrating AI into learning experiences. In my country, Greece, the Ministry of Education has signed an agreement now, a contract, this year with OpenAI. We offer free the version of ChatGPT Edu in higher education, which will work on a pilot basis. And also, our ministry has signed an agreement with Microsoft in order to give access, free access to AI tools of Microsoft to senior high school students, actually teachers, those who prepare students, especially for the university exams. But the existence of capability and widespread transformation are very different things. So why classrooms have not yet fundamentally changed? Because educational systems move slowly for structural reasons. Schools are huge systems, they're not apps. A new social app can update overnight, but the school systems involve governments, involve bureaucratic processes, budgets, curriculum standards, so curriculum reform and redesign, teacher training, procurement cycles, regulations, parental trust, because parents usually show resistance to anything which is innovative. So changing this takes years. So the first one is this. The second is that AI still makes mistakes, what we call hallucination. Even very good systems hallucinate, oversimplify, or produce, significant errors. Um, uh, a tutor that is right 90% of the time sounds impressive, of course, but if millions of students rely on this daily, errors can become a serious issue. Education has an usually low tolerance for subtle mistakes. And another issue is that the digital divide is still enormous. A large share of students worldwide still lack reliable internet or electricity access, modern school infrastructure, and this actually was revealed during the COVID pandemic. During the COVID pandemic, we have realized that there is this huge digital divide, not only in my country, but everywhere. So AI cannot reach every child if many children are not fully connected. This is the main issues, and of course, the role of teachers. Teachers remain central. Teaching is not only explaining content; it includes motivation, emotional support, classroom management, the social development, how to identify the hidden struggles, how to build trust. So AI may automate parts of teaching, of course, without replacing the human relationship. So the likely future looks like more teacher plus AI copilot. AI will be the partner, the assistant, than AI school replaces humans. So what will happen maybe over the next decade, a plausible progression according to me, that could be from 2025, let's say until 2028, we will have AI assistants which become normally study tools. We'll have more personalized tutoring and homework. Teachers will use AI for planning and grading, lesson planning, but there will be an uneven adoption because of inequities all around the world. From 2020 till 2035, let's say, I think that AI will become embedded in curricula. Already, it has started to be integrated in the curriculum in some education systems all around the world. More individualized learning paths. So this real-time adaptation will be improved. We'll have more sophisticated systems, and voice and multimodal tutoring will become common. So we'll say that the education will become more mastery-based. What I want to say by this, but instead of saying everyone learns chapter 5 this week, you might get and say that each student progresses at their own pace with continuous support, and that would be a very large change. So the biggest question isn't technical. The limiting factor may not be AI capability, it may be incentives and institutions. Humanity already knows many practices that improve education. Smaller classes, early intervention, teacher support. We often fail to deploy them broadly. And AI may become a test of whether a society can distribute powerful tools fairly. And something that I always say in my presentations that the next 5 years, everybody will know how to handle technology in these systems. Everybody. Uh, there is no problem of digital literacy. The problem is how we will use it ethically, wisely. This is the issue. So yes,
So if
uh,
I say it's, you are already mentioned that it's not our fear, it's our personal assistance. Yeah. So when we can use this properly, that it can help us not only for teacher but also students that can help fast learning and graft. Yeah. And also
yes,
you are already mentions that the teacher plus AI is the co-pilot. Yeah.
yeah,
So this is the very fantastic, but unfortunately, you know that very well. Different teacher and different government or non-government school and college, they are fair. Why including the AI in our classroom? But unfortunately, it's the most important part in the present world. Yeah. So in right now 2026, right now when we go 2028, it's not actually going to perform without AI. Yeah, we cannot think without AI. But unfortunately, many of the organization there didn't understand how to connect this AI in classroom, but it's very, very important to development their ideas, thoughts to global education system. Yeah. So yeah, that is the fantastic. So my next question is very simple. You know that very well. So in our not only our country but also around the world, where the students are already using ChatGPT, Gemini, yeah, also Copilot, and whether teachers and allow is it or not, and instead of the fighting it, yeah, how should the educator reframing their entire approach the teaching to in a world where AI can answer almost question and instantly, yeah.
Yes. I believe that this question touches one of the most important educational debates and conversations of our time. Just to give you an example, what happens in Sweden and in other European countries, now in a period where the European Union invests billions to educational institutions which are going to implement AI projects in the schools, we have countries like Sweden which say that no, we are returning to all textbooks. Sweden is one of the most tech-savvy countries of the world. They were the first who introduced digital technologies already in the preschool age. They had tablets. But now they say no, because during the pilot period, they have realized that students have started to lose the handwriting skills, the mathematical skills, the writing skills. This they started to lose the creativity. And the results of the national competition, of PISA competition, showed very disappointing results of students. The experts of this competition believe that the reason behind this is the excessive use of technology and the wrong use of technology. So what I would say that the problem is how you can help students to use AI creatively and critically. What I want to say here is that the challenge now for educators is to help students navigate this complex world. And this means that the biggest shift could be educators should stop organizing school around access to answers and start organizing it around judgment, thinking, and creation. We can use, for example, these tools for brainstorming. And after the brainstorming, we can organize some more creative tasks and assignments like a role play or a debate or a simulation or take a global problem like a climate change. ChatGPT will give us some ideas and we will build on this momentum when we move forward. So what we need to do, move from memorization first to thinking first. So students still, of course, need foundational knowledge. You cannot think critically about history, biology without knowing facts. But educators may need to ask instead of can students reproduce information, think something else. Can they evaluate it? Can they challenge it? Do they know how to verify the facts? Fact verification. We have reliable sources. Can they connect ideas? Can they make simulations? Can they apply the knowledge they take from these tools in real world context, real world tasks? So we need to, of course, to integrate more authentic real world tasks. Teach students how to work with AI. So what we need is data literacy, comprehensive data literacy programs from the beginning of the education school program in all levels of education, higher education also. Data analysis skills and teachers need to know how to interpret data because nowadays we talk about also data-driven pedagogy and education. Students can learn how these prompts shape outputs. So we talk about how to master now the art of prompt engineering. This is art. How AI makes mistakes. They need to know about bias and reliability. They need to know about the verification methods that I mentioned, the source evaluation, and when not to trust AI. So the future danger is not students using AI. The danger is students becoming passive consumers of machine output. Design assignments that cannot AI complete alone. This is very, very important. And these strongest tasks often involve lived experience that AI cannot give us something like this: collaboration, experimentation, reflection, original synthesis, debate. Make process visible and not just products. Don't give them something as an output. Historically, teachers graded the final output. We know what is happening now, traditional educational systems. But if AI can generate polished work instantly, educators may increasingly evaluate drafts, reasoning steps, revisions, notes, decisions, reflection. Not just what did you produce, but how did you think and how did you jump to these conclusions. So turn teachers into cognitive coaches. Teachers may spend less time delivering information and more time helping students ask better questions or overcome confusion or build confidence or connect ideas, and treat AI treat AI use as visible and normal. Attempts to ban AI entirely, like what is happening in some European countries, may resemble trying to ban search engines, like in 2005. Yeah. So,
Absolutely.
mhm.
We know that very well. A lot of teachers, there are a lot of people, there are the fear of education, and we cited AI because only human, they can teaching by touching the heart. Yeah, they can teaching by touching the emotion. But unfortunately, there are the so much fear. Only one teacher they can deliver teaching by touching the heart, teaching by touching the emotion. Yeah, but AI cannot teaching by touching the emotion. Yes, but unfortunately, they are totally fair. So my third question is very simple, Rania. You know that very well. There is a real fear among teachers that AI will make uh, them to redundant, and that also that the role of the educator will simply disappear. And so, to teacher who is genuinely afraid to, and also beginning and replaced by technology, what you thinking about that?
It's the common question in every seminar, every webinar, and every lecture I'm delivering. And everybody asks me if educators will be replaced by AI. I would say that, of course, this will never happen, but teachers who know AI will be replaced by those who don't know. Those who don't know AI will be replaced by teachers who know AI. So, from my perspective, I don't believe that teachers will become obsolete. I believe that teachers are becoming more essential than ever. What is changing is not the value of teachers. What is changing is the nature of teaching itself. And for many years, educational systems often place teachers in the role of primary knowledge providers. So information moved largely in one direction from teacher to student. So today's information exists everywhere. AI can explain concepts, etc. But education has never been truly about information alone. The greatest teachers in our lives are rarely remembered because they gave us information. Remember the teachers who gave us belief, self-confidence, who inspired us, who guides us, who mentor us. We remember the teacher who saw potential in us before we saw this potential ourselves, the teacher who encouraged us after failure, the teacher who noticed our fears, who listened, who inspired us, and all these moments are profoundly human. Human connection cannot be automated. No technology can fully replace empathy. No algorithm can understand students' emotional struggles the way a caring teacher can. No AI system can replicate the intuition educators develop after years of observing children, understanding human behavior, and recognizing unspoken needs. And as I have worked also with students across very different environments, especially the privileged children in Africa, also in Malawi, Kenya, and India, from traditional classrooms to refugee camps also, the self communities, I have witnessed something important that students do not only come to classrooms carrying academic needs. We have to see students holistically for the full potential, the mental, the physical well being, their creativity, the dreams, their insecurities. They arrive carrying emotions, questions about identity, their fears about the cyberbullying, the cyber world, anything, family issues, questions about belonging, questions about who they might become, and teachers help shape these answers. Technology alone cannot do that. So what I would say to teachers is this, that Do not see AI as your competitor. See it as your assistant. See it as a tool that can remove repetitive tasks, that can help analyze learning patterns, create resources, and free educators to focus on the aspects of teaching that matter most. What is this? Mentorship, creativity, human connection, inspiration. This is, I think, the most important. Teachers are irreplaceable, and I truly believe that the classrooms of the future will not succeed because they will have the most advanced technology. They will succeed because they will combine technology with humanity. Because the future of education will never be built by artificial intelligence alone. So this is
Yeah,
my opinion. Yeah.
yeah, I'm totally agree with you because if we focus on it's my tools and it's my personal assistants that can help me to grow up. Yeah, and as a teacher, I need to just build up my students' confidence, inspirations, and also motivate them to health and mental, physical to take care as a teacher. Yeah, so when I will take care of my students, their mental, their physical, and also their confidence in inspiration, different things. When I will focus, and beside it, when I will use AI as an assistant and also tools that can grow up my next level as a teacher. Yeah, but unfortunately, we have a too much teacher. But unfortunately, uh, I didn't see ever around the, especially in our country, they are just exam teaching and tuition and each and everything is inputted. But there are maximum people not try to development their thoughts, their motivate them, their confidence building, their take care. It's totally damaged and totally destroyed in future in today's in our country especially. So that's why it's your information is very important things that can help our students, teachers, and our youth societies. And beside it, you are said already, teachers always use as a tools and assistants that can help you grow your in future teaching profession. And here, Rania, we are totally last one in this podcast. So my last question is very simple to in today's. So for example, you are as a teacher. So how can teachers balance between technology and human connection in a AI-driven class? Because it's very important things, and also you are working more than a lot of years in this sector. So this is my last question. How
Yes,
can we
definitely.
balance?
Thank you for this. Actually, the challenge is not choosing between technology and humanity. The challenge is learning how to bring them together in a thoughtful and balanced way. So AI versus humanity, there is no this is a false dilemma because education was never meant to operate in opposites. The future of learning should not be technological instead of human. It should be technological and deeply human. Because, as I said before, students do not arrive in classrooms as empty containers. They're waiting to be filled with information. They arrive with dreams, with talents, with experiences. They need confidence, they need encouragement, they need someone to notice that they're struggling. And from my experience, I have seen repeatedly that students learn best when they feel emotionally safe and genuinely valued. And research in neuroscience, because I'm a researcher in neuroeducation, cognitive neuroscience, supports this. It says that learning is not purely cognitive, it is emotional. Students remember experiences connected to belonging, curiosity, inspiration, and trust. This means technology should support relationships, not replace them. If AI saves time, which saves time, this time should not simply become additional workload. It should become human time, time for conversations, time for mentorship, for collaboration, for listening, for creativity, time to for seeing students not only as learners but as human beings. So imagine students collaborating on meaningful projects, solving real-world challenges, engaging in discussion, asking questions, creating solutions, and teachers moving among them as mentors and guides. So in this environment, definitely AI becomes a support system rather than the main character. And I also believe that educators must create experiences that technology cannot replicate. What kind of experiences? Moments of empathy, groups dialogue, that could be storytelling, that could be activities of reflection, creative expressions through art, service learning programs. So what we call volunteering activities, human collaboration, because all these experiences build emotional intelligence, ethical thinking, and interpersonal skills. the very competencies future generations that will need most of. So teaching not only digital skills, but also what we call digital wisdom, how to know to disconnect with need digital detoxes, how to think critically, how to engage ethically, how to remain present, how to maintain authentic relationships, because the future challenge will not be simply accessing information, it will be preserving humanity within increasingly technological environments. So in one sentence, I could say that technology should amplify humanity and not replace it. The most
Yeah,
successful classrooms in the future will be the classrooms where students feel seen, heard, inspired, and empowered.
yeah, thank you so much. Your wonderful explanations between how to balance your humanity and also AI between balances. That was very excellent. And also, Ran, if you give me some permission, I will take some question from our audience. There are so much
Yeah,
question right now.
of course.
So the first time Fardi Islam is from Bangladesh. He said to us, I have a question to Rania Lampu, ma'am. As you said, our education system is slow and AI is changing very fast. Now, what advice do you have for the younger generation and how we can adapt with AI?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for this question. Um, Thank you. Because actually, education systems often take time to adapt, while AI is evolving very quickly. But the good news is that learning today is no longer limited to classrooms or textbooks. So, my advice to the younger generation is to be curious, become lifelong learners, take responsibility for your own learning journey. Do not wait for schools to teach everything. This means that you can use online platforms, free courses, videos, communities, leverage all these tools in a positive way in order to explore and learn new skills, develop new skills. And also remember that learning AI is not also about coding or technology. Focus on developing skills that AI cannot easily replace: creativity, critical thinking, communication, problem solving, ethics, emotional intelligence. I forgot to mention before, and most importantly, learn how to work with AI rather than fear it. AI should be seen as a tool, as I said before, that help us become more productive and more innovative. And the future will belong not only to those who know AI, but to those who know how to adapt, how to learn continuously, and how to use technology wisely. So the world is changing fast, but your willingness to learn can move even faster.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope understand properly for the as your question. So if we summary from this podcast, AI is not your competitor, it's your personal assistance, number one. And second thing is that AI plus teacher is the co-pilot. And third one is this very important. As a teacher, you have to inspire your students, motivate them, confidence building, and also take care of their physical and mental peace that can help you and grow to your personal identity beside it as a guest and also teacher. So this is the very important things. And beside it, you will say is that how to use is have to learn every single day. There is no alternative way as a student or as a trainer or as a teacher, because if you don't speak or if you don't know how to use AI in classroom, you cannot sustain in next 1 years or 2 years or next 5 years. This is the reality in today's fashion in the world. Yeah.
Just just to add
So
something here, if you allow me just to add here that I said before that in the next years everybody will know how to use technology, but it will be very rare to find people with real moral values. So our curriculum should focus more on how to teach values like empathy, compassion, communication. Leadership remains deeply human. Yes, technology will become more intelligent, but leadership remains deeply human. So our ability to build influence, relationships, and meaningful connections will matter more than ever. Human values is what is we need now. Everybody knows how to use AI, but it's rare to find people, good people with moral values. This is my main message today.
yeah, it's a very important things because AI writing like you, AI can think as like you, AI can look like you, even yeah, but AI cannot doing teaching with empathy. AI cannot teaching by touching the emotion. This is the important your humanity. So you have too much power, but included you have to learn with AI. Then will be success. So Dear audience, thank you so much again, dear audience, to stay connected with us. And remember this point, the future of AI and education is not just about our technology, it's about our technology can empower and learning and human potential. Because when AI is used wisely and in the classroom, we can learn personalization and personalization learning experience, improvement our creativity and our critical thinking, and also be cited support teachers with smarter tools. Proper students and fast changing future, our student also teacher. So the future of AI in the classroom is not about replacing teacher, it's about transforming education to everyone. That is the reality. So thank you so much once again to our guest and also our audience from different parts of the world comes together to share insights, valuable contents, and you know that it's a greatly influences our education system, our personal and professional life. Yeah. So thank you so much, Rania. Thank your valuable time for giving this podcast time, and also it can help us, our younger generation, and also our society and nation. So I am really thankful to you for especially for this podcast. So at the last moment we are, I have no question. So your whole life experience, would you like to share something for our audience?
Yes, I want to say that you need to follow always your passion. Don't forget that you have immense potential, and that's why human oversight is very important. Take the control of your own life. Don't depend and don't over rely on AI, because you need to discover your own immense potential and uncover and then unlock all these immense potential and immense capabilities that you have. This is my message. You are muted.
Thank you so much once again for your such a wonderful insights for our audience, and also it will help us me. And besides it, you know that our Bangladesh education systems. So I'm totally damaged. See when I see our education systems. So that was very fantastic today's conversation. See you soon next podcast.
Yes.
Others session or training or podcast. So thank you so much for once again our audience. Thank you so much. Stay connected with us and we stay connected with Tushar Associate. See you soon next podcast. Thank you so much everybody for
Yes.
listening us
Thank you. Thank
and
you
thank you so much Rania.
for the kind
Thank you.
invitation. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.